Should the Cowboys follow the Green Bay Packer blueprint with Aaron Jones? No. I'm going to tell you why. Because, one, the running back situation between Zeke and him is totally different. They're two different type of running backs, right? Yeah, Aaron Jones has a, little bit of an injury history, but Ezekiel Elliott is a different type of running back, right? And he's more of a bruiser and a bruiser variety, right? And Aaron Jones, right? If we had, Aaron Jones in the position of Ezekiel Elliott, we'd probably be talking about the money a little bit, but we wouldn't be talking about production-wise. You see, the thing about Ezekiel Elliott is, although he was productive for us this year, it's still, the contract didn't match up, and I believe that Ezekiel Elliott was getting paid more than what Aaron Jones was, right? So, no, I believe that, the type of running back that Ezekiel Elliott is, you should just go find you another bruiser, a younger bruiser, somebody that can go ahead and take that punishment for a good 45 years, right? Because how long can Ezekiel Elliott take this punishment, right? You see, I'll be honest with you. If you work with Ezekiel Elliott, you'll just be bringing Ezekiel Elliott back because you just love Ezekiel Elliott, Jerry. Dak Prescott loves Ezekiel Elliott. That's the only reason why you'll be bringing him back, because of the bond that you brought back, right? You're not looking at it as a long-term thing. See, you want to talk about compromise in the future. You're not looking at it as a long-term thing. You're looking at it as a buddy-buddy thing. And there ain't no buddy-buddy in business, yo. And I say there's some bruiser running backs in the draft. You can go trade for some bruiser running backs, right? And get you a couple years out of them, right? We know that bruiser running backs don't last that long. And Aaron Jones is not considered a bruiser running back. That's why they brought in A.J. Dillon. He's the bruiser running back. You don't use Aaron Jones in a bruiser type of way. But Ezekiel Elliott, what do we use? Short yardage. Running him straight in between linebackers, right? That takes a toll on you, right? And that's what he is experiencing. So, look, the only way that you can say that it'll be even worth it to bring him back is he takes a tremendous pay cut and you don't bring back Tony Pollard. That's the only way that I can see that it may even just be like, all right, it just is what it is, right? You know what you're getting with him. You know he can catch the ball in the backfield. You know he can protect you. You know he still got a little bit of juice where he can go ahead and get the necessary yardage and short yardage situation. But the road that he would be taking would definitely be a lot less. It'll probably be even less than what he did last year, to be honest with you, right? Because you got to bring in them fresh legs that's going to hit that hole fast. You got to bring in them fresh legs who got that juice, man. And one thing that I know, Mike McCarthy wants the juice, wants that juice. He wants that juice. And the way that the running back situation is in the league, the way that the defenses are getting faster, you need that juice to hit the hole. Right? That's why Tony Pollard was so much of a problem, because Tony Pollard had hit that thing 0 to 100 real quick. Zeke, although Ezekiel Elliott did some things that TP couldn't do and vice versa, when it's all said and done, I shouldn't be, when we discuss the scouting reports, I shouldn't be like, this is more of a Ezekiel Elliott game. This is more of a Tony Pollard game. We should have a running back that can be like, you know what? We should use him in this way. We should already have that guy, right? And there's a lot of teams, man, that even though they may have a committee-style running back approach, they have that guy where they're going to be like, in the game plan, you might need to use him more in this way, right? Because if one is out the picture, one is out the fold, that hurts you tremendously, right? People talk about when Tony Pollard got hurt, it hurt this team tremendously. Well, maybe either we should, one, think about how we go about the running back situation. Two, go ahead and bring more complete running backs. So maybe instead of having one, maybe bring two that can do similar things. That's all I'm saying. Right? It's kind of like the Baltimore Ravens and what they do with their quarterback situation, right? We know Huntley is no Lamar Jackson, but when Lamar Jackson goes down, Huntley can do some of the same things. So you don't have to go here and alter your offense to go ahead and fit Huntley. You can run the same things. It may not look as good and be as good as Lamar Jackson, but he gets the job done. And ultimately, there's a reason why he's a second-string running back. You just want a running back that, hey, if I need you to get the job done, can you get the job done? And that's all that matters, right? Because if you're going to have two running backs that's going to go by committee, you need to have two running backs that every single game you can use them. And if one goes out, they can go ahead and carry the full load for a game, 2 games, 4 games, however long the case may be, right? And we knew good and well, if Zeke Elliott was a go out, we know that we didn't want to give Tony Pollard 20-plus carries for 17 games. You wasn't going to get the most out of him. That's why I don't understand on why you would want to give him $10 million, right? Unless you're going to use him as a wide receiver a lot more, then what's the use of bringing back a running back coming off an injury that he got and paying him $10 million for 1 year? That doesn't make no sense. You can go ahead and use that money elsewhere. There's a whole bunch of running backs that's coming out that got juice, right? We did this. The Texas A&M running back got juice, right? Gibbs got juice. Bijan got juice. You know, you got all these running backs that got juice, but you want to go ahead and pay $10 million because you're more familiar with yours? You didn't even use him right when you got it. So you didn't even get the best years of Tony Pollard, right? So, you know what I mean? You can talk about all this and what you want. We talk about how Tony Pollard was a wide receiver, right? So if you're going to pay him $10 million, I best to be seeing his receiving output goes up tremendously. I need to get the bang for my buck for the $10 million, because if you only going to use him as a running back for $10 million, it's not worth it. It ain't worth it. It will never be worth it. You ain't learned your lesson with Ezekiel Elliott already, but now all of a sudden you want to go to the same thing with Tony Pollard because what? He's a little fresher. He's a little younger. He can do a little bit more. Come on, man. No. No. Especially if I'm going to pay you $10 million, you better be able to block. I'm not saying that Tony Pollard ain't a special player, right? He's not a good player. But let's be honest with you. I can find Tony Pollard. I can find Ezekiel Elliott. There's Ezekiel Elliott coming in by the name of Bijan Robinson. I can find Tony Pollard in the name of Jahmyr Gibbs. So let's be real. There's a whole bunch of running backs that look similar to the ones that you got right now. They may not be the one with your name, but there's a whole bunch of ones that's coming out that you can get similar production from. So there's no reason to go ahead and pay extra for something that you can get for cheap. That's all I'm saying, y'all. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe. We up out of here.